Welcome to Mission SONlight. This quarter, our travels take us to the Euro-Asia division.
Standing here in Red Square, we're reminded of the rich history found in this division. This quarter, we'll be inviting you to contribute to the future of the Seventh-day Adventist Church throughout this region.
Taking the good news of Jesus to the people of this region is challenging and rewarding.
We have here in this division territory the largest, geographically speaking, division of the world of our Seventh-day Adventist Church, with 11 time zones from east to west.
12 countries of the former Soviet Union now comprise the Euro-Asia division, with headquarters in the Russian city of Moscow.
In the time of the Soviet Union, authorities thought that God does not exist, and they persecuted our leaders and church members. And to have a Bible was prohibited, to have books of the Spirit of Prophecy was prohibited, and our church members needed to memorize Bible texts and portions of the Spirit of Prophecy.
Persecution often brings a greater commitment to follow God's leading, and this was the experience of many Christians whose worship experiences were suppressed under the Soviet regime.
Nevertheless, the members and the pastors were faithful to the Lord. They tried to keep the faith and tried to share the faith in very difficult time to live. The majority of our leaders were taken to Siberia and lost their lives. Then the lay members, the elders of the church, were the ones that keep the faith of our church membership.
With the downfall of communism, religious freedom became more than a long hoped-for dream. It became reality. Churches were able to organize and congregations were allowed to worship openly.
When the liberty came and we were able to establish this division, the unions and the local conference and churches, we counted 35,000 church members. 35,000 faithful church members that survived the regime.
The surviving group began to reach out to others, and today it has grown to be more than 4 times as large.
Today we are trying to combine the evangelistic public campaigns with the small groups to nurture our newcomers. And we are having more success, more faithfulness in all our church membership.
During this quarter, you will learn how the 13th Sabbath mission offering will be used to reach millions who still need to hear the story of Jesus.
For the 13th Sabbath of the second quarter 2011, we will benefit 2 unions, 2 challenging unions. One is the Eastern Russia Union Mission, which is in the territory of Siberia. That is the what we call geographically the Asian continent. After the Ural Mountains in Russian Federation, is a large geographical territory, almost of the size of United States of America. Yet we have a little membership, and we want to benefit the 2 projects of chapels. Chapels is the greatest need in our division territory. As you remember, in the past history, all properties were owned by the government. Church was not able to have its own chapels.
Imagine being unable to own church property and then experiencing the joy of such a prohibition being removed. The sobering fact is that many congregations do not have the funds for a building program, even though they now have the freedom to own property.
Since 1990, these 20 last years, we are trying to support the establishing of new chapels for our membership to worship the Lord. So we want to benefit East Siberian Mission in the city of Krasnoyarsk with a large chapel, and then in the Central Siberian Mission in the city of Tomsk, also we have a chapel project.
These 2 chapel projects are located in the Eastern Russian Union Mission.
We have another chapel that we want to build in Baku, the capital of Azerbaijan, that is in the Trans-Caucasus Union Mission.
Outreach in this division is not limited to adults. A special project to supply age-appropriate materials for children will also receive funding from the special mission offering.
Children is the future of our church, and they need to have materials in order to be able to understand the love of God. Georgia, Armenia, and Azerbaijan are the 3 countries of the Trans-Caucasus Union Mission. And we want to prepare nice materials like color books and other materials that will attract the attention of the children as they attend our church, and in that way many children will be able to understand the love of God. as we have in other parts of the world. So we invite all the children of the world, of our church, to offering generously for this project.
The doors of opportunity have remained open in this region for a number of years. The gospel has begun to take a foothold, but there is still much work to do. When our church family works together, the financial burden isn't so heavy.
To have a chapel means to have the opportunity to nurture church members, for them to continue to be faithful to the Lord. So now we have the opportunity. Doors are open. We don't know until when we will have this opportunity. So we want to give thanks to each donor, each one of our church members and friends that will give with generosity for this offering in order for us to be able to fulfill these chapel projects. And very soon, when we will go to heaven, we will listen about all these stories about Russians, Georgians, Azeris, and other denominations of this world that are able to know God and to be saved for your offerings. Thank you so much.
Simplicity in life allows us to redirect our resources. What area of your daily life can you change in order to contribute a generous amount to the 13th Sabbath offering that will be received on June 25th? Leaving you with some of the sights and sounds from the Euro-Asia division. This is Mission SONlight.